Students, welcome to our geography class. All of us know from tomorrow onwards we begin with our class test. For that, let us revise our chapters for the class test. Our chapters are Chapter 1, Earth and the Graticule. Chapter 2, let us use the graticule. Quickly today we will revise both the chapters, only the important points. Starting with the Chapter 1, the Earth and the Graticule. We have learned that Earth is made up of two factors. Those are water and land. When I say land, means continents, and on continents we have the countries. Now these are the names of the various oceans on the earth. The first is Arctic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean and Southern Ocean. And there are 7 continents on the earth. Those are North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Australia, Atlantic and Africa. So there are 5 water bodies on the earth or 5 oceans on the earth, and there are 7 continents on the earth. Among the water bodies, Pacific is the largest ocean on the earth. That is the largest ocean on the earth. It is the Pacific Ocean. Coming towards the continents, India lies on which continent? Asian continent. In India, we all of us stay in the Asia continent, and Asia continent is also one of the largest continent among all the 7 continents. Okay, the largest continent on the earth is Asia. The earth sizes, we have learned the distance from the earth from North Pole to South Pole is how much? 12,714 kilometers, and that of west to east, from west to east is 12,756 kilometers. That means we have realized that the distance of the earth from west to east is how much? 12,756 kilometers. What is a globe? A miniature model of the earth is called as a globe. Now obviously when we have to study about the earth, we cannot bring the entire earth into the classroom. And for that reason, we have to use a model. Miniature model means a small model, look alike of earth is called as a globe. Location of any place is determined by its center. So from the center of the earth, we have to locate the various places on the earth. Okay, from the center we derive the various directions: north, west, south and east. Equator divides the earth into 2 equal parts. You can this is the equator which divides the earth into equal parts: North Pole and South Pole. Okay, the 2 parts are Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere, and the 2 poles are North Pole and South Pole. This is how the earth looks like. Meridians of longitudes. Now the semicircles that can be drawn from each degree are called as meridians of longitudes. For example, the standing lines or the vertical lines on the earth are called as meridians of longitudes. And the longest meridian on the earth is the prime meridian. So it is at a 0. That means it passes through the center of the earth. It is called as a 0 degree meridian, also called as a prime meridian, or the longest meridian on the earth is called as a prime meridian. This prime meridian divides the earth into 2 equal parts: Western Hemisphere and Eastern Hemisphere. This is how earth looks like. Now parallels of latitudes. You can see this horizontal lines, horizontal semicircles or the slipping position semicircles are called as parallels of latitudes. Why they are called as parallels? Because they do not intersect or they do not meet each other. Therefore, they are called as parallels of latitudes. This is called as meridians of longitudes. You can see the standing on the vertical lines on the earth are called as meridians of longitudes, and the slipping lines or the horizontal lines on the earth are called as parallels of latitude. The parallels and meridians on the globe form a net, and that is called as a graticule. You can see over here, standing lines are there, slipping lines are there. Together, it looks like a net, and that is called as a graticule. And graticule helps us to understand the various places on the earth. We have learned something about Geographical Information System, GIS, that stands for Geographical Information System. Whatever information we want to get of throughout the world, we can get it from something called as Geographical Information System, and shortcut it is called as GIS. Similarly, you have Global Positioning System, GPS, that stands for to locate a place. For example, if I want to go to an unknown place and I don't know how to go there, I can use something called as GPS. You can use the symbol for GPS. This will help me to go to a place which I don't know. And technology is also available on mobile phones and motor cars. I hope chapter 1 is clear to you. We will now begin with chapter 2 revision. Let us use the gratitude. Moving on to a chapter 2 revision, let us use the gratitude. In this video, we have learned that Earth consists of parallels of latitudes and meridians of longitudes. That means our Earth is consisted of vertical lines and horizontal lines. Vertical lines are called as meridians of longitudes and horizontal lines are called as parallels of latitude. That means together, latitudes and longitudes together form our globe or form our Earth. Let us learn the names of the important parallels on the Earth. Parallels means skipping lines. So starting from North Pole, Arctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer, Equator, Tropic of Capricorn, Atlantic Circle and South Pole. These are the important names of the parallels on the Earth. So parallels means the horizontal lines on the Earth are called as parallels of latitudes. Horizontal means the skipping lines on the Earth are called as parallels of latitudes. Starting from North Pole, Arctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer, Equator, Tropic of Capricorn, Atlantic Circle and South Pole. These are the important names of the parallels on the Earth, and among them, as you can see over here, the largest parallel on the Earth is the equator. So, the parallel at the 90 degree north of the equator is called as North Pole. Similarly, the parallel from 66 degree 30 inches north of equator. That is, these all measurements are done from the equator towards the various poles. That is, these are the measurements of it. Among them, the parallel on 0 degree is called as the equator. That means equator lies on the 0 degree of the Earth. Now, meridians of longitudes. The vertical lines on the Earth are called as meridians of longitudes. Not a vertical lines, as I told you just now. The standing lines on the Earth are called as meridians of longitudes. Among them, the largest one is the prime meridian. You can see it is divided into two parts, west and east. So just as equator divides the Earth into two parts, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, similarly is the prime meridian that divides the Earth into western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere. This is the prime meridian. Equator is the largest latitude. Similarly is the prime meridian the longest longitude. Now, 0 degree meridian or prime meridian is also another important meridian, and next is the 180 degree meridian. So, there are two important meridians on the Earth. First is prime meridian and next is 180 degree meridian. You can see over here, both lie opposite to each other. They are the important meridians on the Earth. So, these are the two important meridians, prime meridian and 180 degree meridian are names of the important meridians on the Earth. Now, this meridian is also called as Greenwich meridian because you can see this is the line. This is called as a prime meridian. Now, this meridian passes through the place called as Greenwich in England. There is a place in England which is called as Greenwich. Since it passes through that particular area, it is called as Greenwich meridian. So, prime meridian is also called as the Greenwich meridian. Global Standard Time is known as GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. That means the time used entire world is called as Global Standard Time. Now, this meridian lies opposite to one another. You can see over here, 180 degree meridian lies opposite to the prime meridian. This is a prime meridian, and one that lies opposite to it is called as a 180 degree meridian. Now, what are great circles? Equator and all the meridians form a great circles. What is great circles? Now, you can see over here, this is the prime meridian that divides the Earth. So, you can see that a circle is formed over here. Similarly, equator divides over here, you again have a circle. These circles are called as the great circles. Now, temperature zones and pressure belts. Now, temperature zone give rise to pressure belts. Notice temperature zones. Temperature zone means amount of temperature goes on becoming different. For example, this is the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. You can see there are two types of shadows of the sun fallen on the earth. Okay, this is the earth. So the dark shadow is the area which is fallen directly on these areas. The shadow of the earth falls directly. Therefore, it is extremely heat over here, temperature extremely high. You can see as you go upward towards the North Pole, the shadow becomes lighter and lighter. That means these areas do not receive direct sunlight. So because of that, the temperature over here is extremely cold. That is called as temperature zones. Means different types of temperatures are found on the earth are called as temperature zones. Now, this temperature zone give rise to different types of plants, trees, animals. For example, we will never find all types of plants and trees in the world. We will never find all types of animals in all the parts of the world. Different animals and plants require different temperature to survive, and they survive in only those countries where the temperature is suitable for their growth. Now we have learned that this is our Earth, this is the Asian continent, and the question was asked which parallel passes through India. This is the Asia, and over there India lies in the Asian continent. This is the India. This is the line, this is the parallel that passes through the India. That is Tropic of Cancer. The answer is Tropic of Cancer passes through India. And which areas of India do not get direct sunlight? Perpendicular means direct. All the northern parts of India do not get the direct sunlight. Among them, we have learned Vatican City is the smallest city in the world. It is located in Italy, and the difference is calculated based on the seconds between the two latitudes and the longitudes. So students, I hope the lessons are clear to you. I request all of you to please watch all the videos that were sent to you in the previous weeks and also when I taught you all the lesson. Please watch the video thoroughly and answer the questions given below. Thank you and all the best for your exam.